Militant suspects held as part of SEA Games ops. Economy resilient despite external factors. Thanks for choosing News on 2. I'm Renee Fong. Police, through a number of operations, have arrested several suspects believed to be involved in militant activities before the 29th SEA Games. Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Khalid Abu Bakar said the detained suspects consisted of both locals and foreigners. Speaking during a briefing at Bukit Aman after launching the My Spiritual Psychology Integrity Enhancement Module My PS 2017, the IGP stated that several integrated operations had been carried out by Bukit Aman Special Branch Counter-Terrorism Division E8 prior to the biennial sports event.
Of course, yeah. So we have picked up a few wanted terrorists during that ops, so we will announce it when we are ready.
When asked to comment on the recent militant attack in Barcelona, Spain, Tan Sri Khalid said the police and national security forces are always on the alert to any security threats, especially involving public safety. The Royal Malaysia Police PDRM today launched the Integrity Improvement Module My Psychology Spiritual My PS 2017 as a commitment to increase the integrity value among its staffs. Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Khalid Abu Bakar said the effort is important to maintain its image and credibility.
Ini adalah sebenarnya sejajar dengan plan strategik 5 tahun kita, plan integriti kita untuk meletakkan warga PDRM di landasan integriti yang tinggi. Ya. Jadi antara langkah-langkahnya inilah inisiatif yang diambil supaya kita dapat mempertingkatkan lagi integriti warga PDRM keseluruhannya melalui psikologi dan spiritual.
Tan Sri Khalid said this after launching the MyPS at the Bukit Aman Police Contingent Headquarters. MyPS, which includes 7 modules, is seen as a continuous effort by the Integrity and Compliance Department aimed at improving the integrity among its staffs. As many as 1,500 first edition MyPS modules will be published, which will be distributed to all contingents and pharmacies with psychology officers or Islamic affairs officers. The Kedah arm of the National Anti-Drug Agency AADK detained 14 drug addicts in an integrated operation raid in Baling, Kedah, which ended early this morning. Baling District AADK Chief Arnida Ishak said the 14 drug addicts were nabbed in the raid conducted in 4 locations, namely Kampung Pak Bong Batu 42, Kampung Dalam Wang and Kampung Landak Kupang. The operation, which began at 4 p.m. yesterday, ended at 2:30 a.m. today. 16 individuals were detained and taken to the Baling District AADK office for further investigations. 14 individuals aged between 18 and 50 tested positive for opioids and methamphetamine. The raid also yielded a drug haul of 2.15 grams of heroin and 0.20 grams of methamphetamine. The drug pusher who was caught during the raid was handed over to the police. The 14 individuals who tested positive for drugs are being investigated under Section 3, Subsection 1 of the Drug Dependence Treatment and Rehabilitation Act 1983. The 2 other individuals were released as they tested negative for drugs. The Johor Bahru High Court today acquitted 2 men of drug trafficking charges over 2 years ago. Judge Dato' Teo Se Eng made the decision when he ruled that the prosecution failed to make a prima facie case against Nordin Ahmad, 47, and Liao Bong Heng, 56. In his judgment, Dato' Teo said the chemical report was not presented as evidence during the trial and was only recorded as an oral report. Both Nordin and Liao from Pontian, Johor, were accused of drug trafficking in front of a house in Kayu Ara Pasong, Pontian at around 4:45 p.m. on October 9, 2015. They were charged under Section 39B, subsection 1A of the Dangerous Drugs Act 1952, which carries a death by hanging sentence upon conviction. In the same proceedings, Liao was also acquitted of another charge of trafficking 362.71 grams of heroin and other types of drugs in a palm oil estate in Kayu Ara, Pasong Pontian, Johor at 9:30 p.m. that same day. The prosecution was conducted by Deputy Prosecutor Fitrul Hakim Abdul Jalil. Both the accused were represented by their own lawyers. The bodies of the two victims of a boat which capsized yesterday while fishing in Bekot Dam, Yongpeng, Johor, were found today. The victims are Kalicharan Sam, 28, was found at 8:50 a.m. and the body of a Tamil Selvam, 19, was found at around 10:10 a.m. According to Yongpeng Fire and Rescue Chief Muhammad Astroy Muhammad Yahya, the first body was discovered about 400 meters from where the boat was reported to have capsized. The second body was found just 20 meters from where the boat capsized. The search and rescue operation was concluded at around 12 noon. Both bodies were sent to Sultanah Nora Ismail Hospital in Batu Pahat for post-mortem. Welcome back. The Malaysian economy has become very resilient at this moment despite all the external factors affecting the country. Second Finance Minister Datuk Sri Johari Abdul Ghani pointed out that this was due to the country's gross domestic product GDP growth in the first half of the year, driven by private consumption, private investment on the demand side, while the supply side was driven by services, construction and manufacturing.
At this moment, kita tak buat any revision at this moment. Tapi based on the 5.6, 5.8, I would expect that, the GDP that we originally forecast, 4.3 to 4.8, we will be able to perform better than that.
He added to ensure economic sustainability, Malaysia needs to address the inclusiveness, governance and sustainability of the economy. He said this after launching the International Directors Summit IDS 2017 in Kuala Lumpur today. He said Malaysia would be able to progress further and any development taking place in the country has to be inclusive across the nation. Malaysia's strong gross domestic product GDP figures in the first half of the year shows that the country is the fastest growing economy among other ASEAN countries. This momentum is expected to continue in the second half of this year, supported by better economic sentiments and economy. University Malaya's Economic, Monetary and Economic Development Section lecturer, Professor Dr. Tan Yu Chai said the performance proves that the country's economy is on the right track.
I think easily above 5.0, the GDP growth rate. Yeah, because there have been an improvement in the business sentiment, recovery in exports, recovery in the manufacturing sector. So all these have helped to foster, all these have contributed to economic growth.
Bank Negara on Friday announced that the country has recorded a strong performance of 5.8% in the second quarter of 2017 compared to a 4% in the first quarters of last year. This growth brings the country's GDP in first half of this year to a total of 5.7%. Affin Hwang Capital predicts that domestic demands will continue to support the country's economic growth in the second quarter of this year until 2018. The gross domestic product GDP, however, is expected to grow at a slower pace of around 4.8% for the second quarter of 2017 compared to 5.7% in the first quarter of this year. The firm in its research note said that a more moderate growth from July until December 2017 is due to the higher base effect during the same period last year. It added there is also the probability that export and domestic demands will be lower during the same duration. Thus, Afin Huang will retain the country's GDP projection to 5.2% from 2017, an amount higher than the official projection given by the government of between 4.3 and 4.8%. A total of 7.4 million passengers were recorded to have taken the mass rapid transit MRT Sungai Buloh Kajang line since it began operations. Rapid Rail Sdn Bhd CEO Dato' Zohari Sulaiman said the average daily passengers using the MRT on weekdays is 100,000, while on weekend a total of 140,000 passengers was recorded daily.
Stesen yang paling ramai menerima kunjungan adalah stesen Bukit Bintang lah. Kerana Bukit Bintang merupakan sebuah stesen yang terletak di segitiga emas. Ya, di sana terdapat banyak shopping kompleks yang tersohor seperti Pavilion, Lot 10 dan beberapa lagi. So, jadi sudah tentu ia menjadi pilihan utama kepada pengunjung-pengunjung.
Met during an event with special needs children held at the Merdeka MRT station, Dato' Zohari noted that Rapid Rail was committed to continue to improve the existing facilities and systems so that passengers with special needs will have a better experience when taking the MRT. Currently, all trains, MRT, LRT and monorail stations are disabled friendly, and Rapid Rail constantly meets with the relevant ministries, government agencies and organizations to get their feedback on the provided facilities. Malaysia continued to remain dominant at the ongoing 29th SEA Games, bagging 22 gold medals, 19 silver and 15 bronze as at 7 this evening. This is followed by Singapore with 9 gold, 11 silver and 9 bronze, while Indonesia is in third place with 6 gold, 7 silver and 13 bronze. For more updates on the SEA Games, we take you live to the Malaysian International Trade and Exhibition Centre, MITEC, with Mohana Priya. Over to you, Mohana.
Thank you, Renee. Now, the Malaysian women's recurve team did the country proud by shooting their way to a goal today, ending a 12-year drought in the archery competition. The team, made up of Nur Alia Gapar, Nur Malia Hanisha Mazlan and Nur Afisa Abdul Halil, beat defending champions Indonesia 5-1 at the National Archery Range in Bukit Jalil. Now, the last time Malaysia won gold in the women's recurve event was in 2005 in Manila, when we won the women's recurve team event. Now, the win also bettered the achievement in Singapore 2 years ago, when they only managed a bronze. The win capped the team's target of 4 gold medals set by the National Archery Association of Malaysia, NAAM. Malaysia bagged 1 gold, 1 silver and 1 bronze in the criterium cycling competition at Putrajaya Square today. In the men's event, Muhammad Harif Saleh successfully defended his gold medal, recording a time of 59 minutes 35 seconds in a mass finishing to successfully complete 9 laps. Thailand's Tana Wood Sanikwati finished in second, while Harif's brother Zamri takes third for the silver and bronze medal respectively. Meanwhile, Jupa Somnet improved her 2015 SEA Games result of a bronze medal when she claimed the silver medal in the women's criterium. It was a perfect start for the Malaysian National Cycling Federation, which is targeting 13 gold in cycling.
Syukur lah tim kita orang hari ni, orang kata perfect lah punya kerja. Alhamdulillah hari ni saya pun dapat tunaikan janji untuk Malaysia. Satu rumah untuk kriteria dan abang saya juga dapat nombor 3 orang. Saya pun suka lah.
Acara road dengan kriteria memang saya target podium. Jadi saya rasa sangat happy lah.
Dalam perjalanan pada hari ini saya rasa tidak mudah untuk kita nak mendapatkan gol. Tapi berkat doa rakyat Malaysia, kita berjaya meraih gold medal dan brown medal.
In bowling, Alex Liu and Shafiq Ridwan Abdul Malik pipped compatriots Adrian Ang, Rafiq Ismail in the final and sixth game to win the men's doubles gold medal men's doubles competition at Sunway Mega Lanes today. Adrian and Rafiq were ahead by a pin over Alex and Shafiq with a 2,210 total in the fifth game. But Alex and Shafiq held their composure in the final game with a combined 438 series for a grand total of 2,647 pinfalls, averaging 220.6. They won the event by 17 pins over Adrian and Rafiq, who took the silver medal.
Yeah, I do a lot of ball changes. The first game was not too good, so I switched to another one, straighter ball. So it's more stay on the condition.
Indonesia's Billy Islam and Hardy Rahmadian finished third with a combined 6-game score of 2,615 pinfalls. Malaysia's third pair of Ahmad Muaz Official and Timmy Tan finished ninth on 2,465. The win was Malaysia's second 1-2 finish in the bowling competition, following Rafiq and Adrian's superb effort in the men's singles on Sunday. Penangite Yap Wai Kin has bagged another gold for the country when he clinched the gold medal in the men's Chiang Shu or Spear event of the SEA Games Wushu competition today at the Kuala Lumpur Convention Centre. Yap earned 9.68 points to pip compatriot Wang Weng Sun, who settled for silver with 9.65 points. It is Yap's second gold medal after winning the men's Jian Shu or sword event yesterday. Muhammad Dafa, Golden Boy of Indonesia, won the bronze.
I want to thank my family, my friend, supporter, all the Malaysian supporter, very, very good. They came for us, support, and ISN, MSN, everyone. So this goal, actually, I just for them. Not for myself.
The Malaysian Wushu exponents pulled off a double win yesterday. They scored a 1-2 finish when Yap stunned his teammate Wong Weng Son to bag the gold. Malaysian Wushu exponents started their SEA Games campaign in style, bagging 3 gold and 3 silver medals on the first day of the competition yesterday. Malaysia had a chance to double the gold in the women's optional Jian Shu through Poon Yi Yin, but Vietnam's Duong Thuy Vi retained her crown for a second successive time. Expectations are very high for Malaysia to obtain gold in several disciplines of gymnastics. Amin Carlos has more.
And currently at Hall 10 in MyTech, as you can see right behind me, is the gymnastics. And to know more about what's happening today and how the expectations of the Malaysians for us to get gold, this is with me, Azmi Hassan, the team manager. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What are the expectations for Malaysians, not the Malaysian team, but Malaysians overall?
Well, all the Malaysians are looking for gold medal, right? All are looking for gold medal. And today, for women gymnastics, we have 1 gold medal today. If we make it happen today, we got medal for team event. That's what I can say. Only 1 gold medal today. If our gymnasts perform very well.
And what if we don't get the gold medal? What will happen?
Well, we have been doing the preparation for 2 years. Olympic Council of Malaysia are trying the best, and we from Malaysia Gymnastics Federation will do the best. We did all the best for them. And now today is a day for the gymnasts to prove it, who they are, what they are, and then they have to prove to themselves. Prove themselves that they can make it today. This is what we hope for the best for all, because we Malaysians hope for the best for today, that they win gold medal for the team event.
And overall, what is happening in the hall today?
Well, you can see the Malaysians are coming all the way to the MyTech to see what our gymnasts can do it today. Because yesterday, our men gymnastics have make it happen, and they take it silver. After 12 years, we didn't make it. We didn't even get a medal. not any color, but yesterday our men's gymnastics boys have done it and strike silver. That is what we try to get. And today, our goal setting, our goal is to get gold medal for the women because they make it happen in Singapore. And try today, they're going to make it happen again. Just pray for the best for them.
And we really hope for the best for Malaysia. The crowd is going wild here in Hall 10. And coming in is Team Malaysia right on time. And I guess you would be busy as well already. Right, thank you so much, Encik Azmi Hassan, the team manager for Team Malaysia. And this is Amin Carlos signing off.
Malaysian triathlete Irene Chong Si Win clinched the bronze medal in women's triathlon with a time of 2 hours 25 minutes 44 seconds at the 2017 Kuala Lumpur SEA Games today. Irene finished behind gold medalist Marion Kim Mangrobang, who clocked 2 hours 11 minutes 14 seconds, and silver medalist Maria Claire Adona with 2 hours 18 minutes 58 seconds. Both of them were from the Philippines. Irene, seen in tears as she approached the finish line, thanked her teammate Zoe Natasha Bowden for motivating her along the way. Aiming for berths in the 2018 Commonwealth Games and next year's Asia Games, she vowed to strive better in the future. However, luck was not on the side of Malaysian male triathlete and 2015 SEA Games silver medalist Rikigoro Shinozuka, who finished 6th in the male category. Philippine triathlete Joel Gazzanico Bryan defended his Singapore SEA Games gold with 1 hour 59 minutes 30 seconds, followed by his teammate John Chinano, who clocked 2 hours 1 minute 27 seconds for the silver, while the bronze went to Clement Chow Sheng Rin of Singapore with 2 hours 3 minutes 24 seconds. Malaysian ice hockey team are preparing to face Thailand tomorrow, and national coach Christoph Kabago wants the squad to improve further if they are to stand any chance against the Thais. The national ice hockey squad opened their campaign in 2017 Kuala Lumpur SEA Games yesterday with a 10-3 beating of Indonesia. However, the Malaysians were stunned by an Indonesian goal in the first minute by Robald Wijaya before Koo Seng Chi equalized 2 minutes later. The host team continued to widen the gap with a goal by Brandon Tan Wai Kin in the 5th minute and Haris Muhammad Orzia in the 13th and 19th minutes, while Indonesia replied via Felix Aditya Utama Yusanto in the 18th minute. In the second period, Malaysia piled up another 4 goals with Muhammad Haris scoring in Moi Jia Yung, 25th minute, and Koo in the 29th minute. The national squad maintained their momentum in the third period, adding 2 more goals compared to 1 by Indonesia. In another round-robin match, Thailand blasted Singapore 7-0. The squash events, which were supposed to start at 9 a.m. today, were postponed following the accidents involving buses carrying athletes from Thailand, Myanmar and the Philippines. Now, according to the tournament manager, P. Sivanasan, they were still waiting for the medical report from the National Sports Institute medical team on the athlete's condition. Now, he noted that the Myanmar team had yet to update on their well-being as they were still undergoing the medical checkup at the NSI in Kuala Lumpur Sports City, Bukit Jalil. Sivanasan said that a meeting would be held immediately after they received the medical report to decide on the competition schedules. Meanwhile, Thailand women's squash player Panisa Suwanarat, when approached by journalists, said that their team suffered only minor injuries. However, she noted that their team was able to compete in the event. Filipino Robert Andre Gracia said he was worried about the Myanmar players who might suffer serious injuries due to the accident. And that's it, Mohana Priya from My Tech Today. It's back to you, Renee.
Thank you, Mohana, for the updates. Now, that concludes this evening's news on 2. In our top story, militant suspects held as part of SEA Games Ops. Join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. I'm Renee Fong. Have a pleasant evening.